All right, what's up, everyone? Let's take a look at what happened in August and what we're looking at for the next few weeks. Let's take a look at the ES. Let's start off with the ES. So we saw a lot of choppiness in the last few weeks, and that's all because of the Twitter-driven president that we have and the trade war that's happening, supposedly. I don't know if it's fake or real, but that's what's going down, right? Every time there's a tweet, the market goes up, or if it's a bad tweet, it goes down, and that's what you're seeing in the last few weeks, right around this mark, right? Every day, you know what to expect, right? If he's tweeting, if our president is tweeting, depending on what he says and what he's doing with China and any other countries, that's where the market's going to go. So if you look over here, this is what's happening in the past few weeks, right? Before, we were on a nice trend up. We crossed our RAM indicator. It was above the daily mid-band, kept on going up, crossed below, went down. It was right around here. Then you go ahead, earlier this June, you crossed up, went up. Now we're below the RAM indicator in the beginning of August. And you saw how it played out. It stayed below the RAM indicator, and you saw the mid-band. It was below the mid-band, and it stayed below the mid-band. Now it's above the mid-band, below our RAM indicator, above the upper band. It's below the upper band. So now what are we looking at in the next few days or next few weeks on the ES? You know, it's, if you look at our MACD and the RSI and the Woodies, look at this. You're looking at possible room upward on the Woodies. The RSI is right smack in the middle. It doesn't show us any prominent direction. And then you got the MACD looking towards above the zero line right here, but it did a cross right around here on 828. Whether or not we're going to continue to see upwards, it all plays out in the next few weeks, and see what happens in the next few days, whether he's tweeting. And yesterday it was a confirmation of the tariffs, right? So there's a chance that we continue to move downwards, and we'll find out in the next few hours when the market opens up. It's been a long Labor Day weekend, and looking at the market to open up in 2 hours, at least the futures market. Let's see what happens, right? So if we take a look at the Fibs, let's just see what's going on and see where it's at. We have a support right around the 23.6, and if it breaks that, we're going to head down to the 38.2, which is about 27.63, and the ideal target is the 50% retracement or the 61.8. So if there's further bad news, further tension, recession news, whatever it may be, we're looking at a downward leg in the next few weeks right around here. And if the support holds, then great. Otherwise, the next big leg down is the 88.6, which is a couple 100 points below, right? Which I doubt that would happen, but this is the area that we're looking at, the 2600, the 2682, if it continues to go downwards. All right, that's on the ES. Let's take a look at see what's going on with the Dow. All right, so the Dow, similar situation. You see this choppiness. We didn't see like a move directionally up or directionally down. Nice solid move up. We have this sideways thing going on here in the last few weeks. Okay, and again, we're below the RAM indicator. We're above the mid-band, the daily mid-band. All right, so that's where we're at. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me, before I continue on to the the OIM, let me show you what's going on with the ES. So this is the ES on the 50-day and the 200-day. All right, so we're chopping in between. So normally I wouldn't take trades between the ropes. All right, the 50-day and the 200-day, I generally don't like taking trades when it's in between. We don't know what direction it's going to be. It could be a lot of choppiness. It could go either way. And then if we're in the next few days above the 50-day moving average. If it's above it, we're going up for a few more legs up. Now if the 200-day keeps it as a support, we're looking for a leg down, and the trend seems to be going towards the zero line right here, and if that continues, we're looking for more downward gap. These right here, the Woody's CCI is pointing downwards. We'll see in the next few days if it goes below the zero mark, and if it continues, the RSI is pointing toward downward. So let's keep an eye on that. All right, that's what's going on with the ES. Let's continue with the YM, which is the Dow, and similar situation exactly, right? But now we on this MACD, you see this. Could be a cross in the next few days, and if that cross takes place, there could be room above the 50-day moving average and continue to go upwards. All right, and if this holds it in, we're looking for an upward trend. So this is what's happening with the Dow. Let's take a look over here. Let's see if I can put in the Fibs on this. When we take a look at the Fibs, 61.8 is right around 23,000, and this 50 is right around here. All right, so you see this, it's almost like a bear flag forming right here, and it's on the upper side right now. Now if it continues to go above the upper band as well as the RAM indicator, then you're looking at backward, going back to the 2732 on the YM, the Dow. Got it? So keep an eye on that. And I also mentioned already, we got this situation going on where it was trading in between the legs here. There was a possible downward leg here formed. There was a confirmation below the 200, but it didn't pan out. Maybe he tweeted that day and just took it back up. You can see there was a gap up. Okay, so let's look at the NQ. Let's see what's going on with NQ. Alright, so now the NQ, again, we're below our RAM, proprietary RAM indicator. It's above the midday moving average band, the mid band on the Bollinger Bands. Again, we see a lot of choppiness, all due to the tweets and what's going on with the trade war and whatnot, right? With recession and all that. So you got to keep an eye on this. And let's take a look also for the NQ. Very choppiness in between the ropes, the 50-day and the 200. It got below the 50-day, and it's going to go towards the 200. And if that happens, that's 200 points, almost 200 points close. And if it continues to fall down, just keep an eye on that and make sure you see this MACD going towards the zero line. The RSI is right smack in the middle, and the Woody's is pointing towards going below the zero line right here. All right, so a lot of the things that are pointing on all three of these indexes or these futures, they're all pointing towards the lower openings, right, and more further downward pressure. Just keep that in mind when you're trading. And I generally don't like trading in between these bars, and this is on the daily bar. Now if you look at the 5 minutes or 15 minutes intraday charts, they may tell a different story, and that's if you're a day trader. On swings, you want to keep an eye on this long-term situation. If you're playing options, you want to know where it's going. Well, this is a good indication as to where it's going. NQ, if we do Fibs on NQ, let's see what's going on here on the Fibs. Let's see, right around here is where the 51 and the 50 and the 61.8 is. Right, all below this, and if it continues to break all this upward trend, then we're looking at back at the 8,447. All right, so that's what's going on, and that's what's going to happen in the next few days. Keep an eye on downward pressure and see what the tweets are doing, what's going on with that. Keep an eye on the RAM indicator. Make sure as long as it's below, there could be more further downward pressure. All right, you could see on the previous attempt below, took a huge leg downwards, took a leg downwards. We're over here now. We're just everybody wants to go up, but the tweet storms and the recession fears, as well as the trade war that's happening, this is all keeping it below our RAM indicator. As long as those things seem to appear to a negative light, we're going to continue the downward pressure. Alright, if you have any questions, please make sure to subscribe to our channel, like our videos, and come check us out on Discord and sign up for my weekly list of stock picks if you're trading stocks. Thanks.